All right, once again, we are thanking TikTok, or at least I'm thanking TikTok for even telling me that this episode or this show was out because I completely forgot about it. I need to pay more attention to release schedules. Monsters, the one shot in the One Piece world that I'm pretty sure is canon, was released technically last night, and overall, I'm genuinely very positive about it. One mild little critique and complaints stemming from the fact that this is 25 minutes long and really does just feel like a filler episode between arcs. That really shouldn't be a complaint because I do like filler episodes. I like spending time with these characters in the One Piece world. I love spending more time with them. I love when the plot just kind of slows down. It doesn't need to progress the main story, and we're just with the characters in the world. I just wish in this case, because they're new characters, because I'm having so much fun with them, I wish it was a little longer. Like 2, maybe 3 episodes, but at least 2. Just let their dynamic and personalities bounce off each other and have a little bit more fun with it, spend more time with things going on. That's my only complaint. Animation is, of course, gorgeous. Everything is beautiful. We got some different animation styles, and I'm genuinely very happy. Ryuma is a fun character to follow. I wasn't the biggest fan of how he would fly off the hinges if anyone so much as touched his sword, but that being said, he is the owner of Shusui, and I love this sword. It is gorgeous. By design alone, it is my favorite sword in One Piece just by how pretty it is. I love it. Like, if I had that sword and someone scratched it, I would also probably declare a duel to the death, because how dare you touch that sword. Then you have, what's her name? Is it Flare or Flame? Flare, she's very, very cute. I love her. I like her personality. I like her history with what happened in the past. We'll get into that in spoilers. I might just be partial to pink-haired characters because very cute. She had a very Sanji-esque vibe to me in the sense that when Ryuma was starving on the street, she couldn't just let him starve, so invited him in and completely fed him for as much as he needed to eat. So I did really love that introduction to her character. Then you have Shiryu, or however you pronounce his name, the Master Swordsman, and I love what was done with him in this short chapter. Like, again, I love all these characters. I just wish they interacted more so their personalities could just bounce off each other and just spend more time with them. Is anyone surprised that I just want things to slow down, be character focused? I'm selfish. I just want more. I always want more. Wrapping up, spoiler free, we are far in the very distant past. I'm assuming Wano, there were feudal Japan. The design is awesome, animation is gorgeous, characters are fun, fun little one shot in the One Piece world filler chapter, even though it's canon. Pretty sure it's canon. But dragons are involved. I wish they were a larger threat in this world because I do love dragons. The townspeople are terrified against them, but again, we have like the best swordsmen of this time period going up against them. No one is surprised of how it turns out. So going into far more detail and spoilers, like I said, he has been pulled off the streets, having been starved to death. There's a fat cat outside, which I will never forget. He's just so fat, and that's like one of the introduction scenes is him just walking down the street. And I'm like, that's a cute cat. I'm distracted by cats easily, apparently. So taken off the streets, fed by Flare here, who was the sole survivor of her village that was completely decimated by dragons, saved by the Master Swordman who's soaking up the praise at the other table, and Ryuma is declaring his undying loyalty and respect for her for saving his life, saying, "You have saved me from starvation, I now owe you my life." And he will repay that debt. Because after declaring Shirano, there you go, Shirano, something like that, the Master Swordman for a duel for touching his sword and being all pissed at that, they don't actually fight for very long, but then another guy ends up touching his sword, so he flies off the hinges and is set up for the scam of this guy pulls out a dragon summoning horn to come wipe out the entire village. So everyone has to flee the village and leaves it to Shirano to fight the dragon alone. So the Master Swordsman who had saved Flare previously in the town that had been previously attacked by the dragon. Turns out it's all a scam, and I did not see that coming at all. I'm an idiot. He was working with this Kanjuro-esque character to use a fake horn. Well, use the real horn to summon the dragon for some reason, but crack a fake horn so they think they can't unsummon the dragon or call the dragon. So everyone leaves, and then they can just rob the town blind. The previous town, they did the same thing, but also slaughtered all the men under his control or his command, including killing a bunch of civilians and Flair's father, who was trapped under a house, so he could take credit for saving her and fighting off this dragon. Now he's basking in glory. Terrible, terrible person. But the main thing being, he did kill everybody that was like working for him. So other trained soldiers, he was able to defeat them single-handedly. So when Ryuma shows up to fight him, you would think it would take a little bit of effort. Like, they just overheard them bragging about this. Flair's gone off devastated that her hero, who she had worshipped all her life, who she thanked for saving her, was actually the person who killed her parents and destroyed her town, all for greed. You would think that Ryuma might take a little time to take him down. No, single stroke, dead, no hesitation. I really don't think he's just a fraud of any type. He probably is that skilled, but Ryuma is just in a league all his own. There is not, like, maybe this is why I don't overly mind it being one episode, because part of the impact was the fact, single stroke, dead. You are no match for him. So that was great. The guy he was working with starts begging for his life, saying, I'll give you the real horn, but only I can use it to call off the dragon. If you kill me, the dragon will still come. The town will be destroyed. Everything that everyone owns here will be lost. And Ryuma's just like, this ain't my town. Draws his sword. I'm assuming this man is dead. Flair here is crying in her shop, waiting for the dragon to come and kill her and everyone else. Devastated, heartbroken, does not know what to think, lost purpose of life. Everything she knows is turned upside down. She's just ready to die. Dragon appears. Ryuma shows up, jumps from building to building. How long does it take him to take down a dragon? One swing. Dead. And I'm just like, oh, my goodness. This man is just like untouched in terms of skills for the swordsmanship. And I love it. Flair overall is just shocked at what he's done, and he says, listen, do me a favor, don't try to die, don't try to kill yourself because of all this, just keep living. Being dead is boring. And then I'm just like, oh, my sweet boy, I hope you have fun fighting Zoro in your afterlife as a zombie, and that you are at peace now and can fight whoever you want. Anywho, but he says, now that I have fought for you twice, you now owe me one. So my debt to you, my life debt is repaid, and now you owe me one. So the next time I'm in town, my meal better be free. And she's like, yeah, no, it's on me. I will feed you. And that is so wonderful. So overall, I was at probably like 6, 7 out of 10. Very much enjoyed, but it was over so quickly, so quickly. And I'm just like, all right, yeah, I guess it's over. Now, in the beginning of the story, you hear talk about the king, who is the greatest swordsman of this world, and Ryuma saying he wants to fight him someday. And in my head, I'm thinking, oh, it's a little odd that the king, a ruler of a country, would be like the strongest swordsman. You think it'd be someone in the knight, someone he employs, or just a wandering swordsman. I'm thinking he's a king, like an actual leader. No, because one of the villagers recognizes Ryuma's name. He's like, oh, Ryuma the king. I don't think anyone knows that he calls himself, or that people call him that. But yes, he is the king. He is the greatest warrior, Ryuma the king. And I'm like, oh my goodness, he wants to fight himself because he doesn't know that he is the one everyone thinks is the greatest swordsman. And I love that. It was such a good little like last moment that I'm like, yeah, okay, that is good. I really like that. So boost my enjoyment of this series. Ended on a high note, or ended this episode on a high note, and I really did like it. Overall, genuinely enjoyed it. Still wish it was longer. Like, maybe a movie length? Short? I don't know. 2 episodes. This couldn't have been 2 episodes. But no genuine complaints outside of that. I want to read the the manga for it, but I feel like it hasn't been translated into English. Let me know if there's anywhere that I can read it. Alright, that is all I got. Talk to you later. Bye.